Hey everybody, it's Charlie, and they totally went for X-Force with Deadpool 2. I thought they were going to leave it more of a mystery till the movie actually came out, but he just said it, and I love the way that they ended that trailer too. They probably won't even make a third. Yeah, stop at 2, you killed it. If you're finding me for the first time, be sure to subscribe to get all the Marvel videos. We have Infinity War and Deadpool 2 dropping within a couple weeks of each other, so there's going to be crazy stuff dropping between now and then. But the first big joke they actually told was when they were promoting all these different videos on different social platforms. The Twitter version of the video just read, "Falling somewhere between Godfather 2, one of the best sequels of all time, and Dirty Dancing 2 Havana Nights, probably one of the most terrible sequels to a really good first movie." So Dopinder just waiting for Deadpool. They used that first part of the trailer just to let you know what he's been doing this whole time since the first movie ended. Using Dopinder to get around town while he goes on various hits like he's hitting the Yakuza here. Living the dream, DP, as they both crap their pants on the getaway. Montage of him chopping people's heads off, him in the stripper heels, looks like this is some sort of biker gang he's going for in this strip club. Running in on Vanessa, she seems like she's been doing pretty good, their relationship is pretty rock solid. Kiss me like you miss me, Red. She also floats the idea later of him trying to save Julian Dennison's character, who might actually wind up being Butterball because he blows up all these cop cars here. You see it a couple times during the trailer, there's just like fires standing around him. He has that shock collar on him that looks like it's suppressing his powers too. There's a little bit of trailer footage that they repeat from the last trailer and some stuff that they did not include. So like there's this better shot of him with everything lit on fire, which is probably connected to all these people in the white suits here. But everything just seems like it's coming up Millhouse for Deadpool until Cable busts his way into the trailer. And it seems like he's breaking into this facility where Deadpool's in that yellow jumpsuit, so maybe Deadpool finds out about all these DMC people locking up these mutants like a sort of Weapon X offshoot. He winds up crossing paths with Deadpool while he's trying to save Julian Dennison's character and learns about his plan to kill him, probably in some Days of Future Past style twist. The only reason that Cable would come back from the future to kill someone is to prevent them from being used to do something terrible or they themselves doing something terrible. During Days of Future Past, it was them using Mystique's powers to create the Super Sentinels. So either Trask or the villain of the movie winds up using his powers in some sinister way that leads to this post-apocalyptic future that Cable comes from, or he himself turns into some crazy big villain down the road. But even though they're changing the way that they met for the first time from the comics, from that New Mutants 98 crossover, they're actually being fairly authentic to their relationship when they first started out. It wasn't until like way later in Cable and Deadpool that they even hinted that they might work together. For like most of the first early New Mutants run and then Deadpool's early run, they were always trying to kill each other on separate missions. But I think the idea is that by the end of this movie, they will come around on each other. They'll recognize that they need to work together because Cable is going to be in the X-Force movie. Cable himself is the person in the comics that created the X-Force team. So I think the reason they're letting Deadpool be the person to name drop that and actually put the team together is just because it's Ryan Reynolds' movie, like it's mostly known as Deadpool. So small change from the comics, but if you guys didn't know, Josh Brolin signed a 5-picture deal. So that included any of the X-Force sequels that they do, and any more Deadpool movies that they want to make. So you have to imagine there'll be a couple X-Force movies and a couple more Deadpool movies. But I love the way that they take shots at themselves while they're promoting this too. From the studio that brought you 27 Dresses and Devil Wears Prada. When I was watching the trailer, I was actually waiting to see if they would actually say the name of the team that they were putting together. You get the montage. This is actually a brand new character. Most people seem to think that she's playing Surge, but she was never a member of X-Force in the comics. She was in the New Mutants comic book though, which I think makes her fair game. Anybody from New Mutants, anybody from X-Force, anybody from Deadpool or Cable's titles, totally fair game. We know all about Domino, we know all about Cable, we know a little bit about Terry Crews. We actually got confirmation he's actually playing Bedlam. I know a lot of people wondered if he was playing Bishop or if he was playing George Washington Bridge. While I was making this, they actually released a more high-res version. You can see it says Bedlam, so it makes sense that he's not somebody else from the future. But just confirmation on Terry Crews. The other ones are still a bit of a mystery though. Most of these other people standing on the back of this plane here, this X-Force team, are original X-Force members. Like this seems like Shatterstar, this seems like Zeitgeist, but you guys can let me know who you think some of these characters are. I love the way they go through the photo display like he's trying to pick the members of his team. You see Peter, that's Colossus. Love me some Blind Al Sass. I love when he goes to the X Mansion too. You could tell they spent a bunch more money on this movie because they have all this big wide shot with the X jet landing. Love him in Professor X's chair. Don't know if the super secret cameo that they shot is actually Patrick Stewart. Still holding out hope that it's actually just Hugh Jackman playing himself, not playing the Wolverine character. You get the montage of the team, you get a little more shot of him taking down Yakuza that looks like it's connected to the stuff from earlier in the trailer. Love the shot of him in that X-Men jersey. I guess you could call it an X-Force jersey. This just looks like it's an Easter egg for the time that he actually wore an X-Men costume. A little bit of dialogue from Domino. Generally, it seems like a pretty solid trailer. They're in reshoots right now. People have been asking about that. They do reshoots on most movies. They said that what they're mostly doing with these, though, is beefing up the Cable and Domino in the movie. So it sounds like they actually did pretty well in test screenings, and they just want more of those characters. Like, please give us more of the thing that we like. The studio actually released those numbers and it scored off the charts, so I don't think there's any worry that the movie isn't going to be good. For the most part, all the numbers and all the feedback so far seems like it's going to be pretty awesome. The only news that I've seen on the Deadpool TV series that's supposed to drop sometime soon is that it's dropping in May, but I've only seen a couple of news sites reporting that, so because it's still pretty early in the year, I don't expect to find out more about that for a little while. But most of April, I'm expecting to be ruled by Infinity War promos, so we'll see how much of those funny promos that they did for the first Deadpool movie they drop during the next month while all this Infinity War stuff is happening. It feels like too good of an opportunity for Deadpool to make fun of the Avengers. Just completely ripe for parody. So let me know, what do you think about this trailer so far? And what kind of Infinity War jokes do you want Deadpool to make? He already did a bunch during that first trailer. He took shots at Justice League. He took shots at the Infinity Gauntlet, the stones. You don't have the stones to help me. Liberal, Cable, Thanos, Josh Brolin jokes. But what's going to happen is I'm still working on my Krypton Episode 1 video that I'll post next. I'll do some more Deadpool again soon too. And then a whole bunch of Infinity War is going to be dropping really soon. So look out for that. While you wait for everything, click here for that last big Deadpool trailer and click here for brand new Infinity War. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.